Guest line. If you happen to be watching us on QSportsTalk.com, you're going to see our next guest live and in person as we are pleased to be joined now by Sam English, midfielder for the SU men's lacrosse team. Sam, congratulations are in order. Picked third overall by the Redwoods last night in the PLL draft. Congrats on that. And I guess let's start there. We'll get into the team stuff in a moment, but from an individual perspective, I would assume dream come true for you. What was last night like?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's an honor to be selected and I can't believe it. And all four of us going in the draft to two guys in the first round. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Owen Hiltz going 8th overall, last pick of the first round as well. And how does this work now, Sam? Because again, if in an ideal world, you'd finish the college season, then the draft would be held, and then you'd get ready for your first pro season. But, you know, the way the timing works, the PLL season starts literally a week after Memorial Day. So, you know, they do hold the draft a little bit in advance. How does this work for you and the other guys pick last night? How much, I guess, conversations will you have with the pro team? Like, do you have any responsibilities with the pro team, or are you strictly, do they just, leave their hands off until you guys are done with your season?
No, they're pretty hands off until we're done. The focus is on Syracuse, and I think they know that too. I had a good talk with the GM of the Redwoods last night who wanted me to be 100% focused on this the rest of the Syracuse season. So they know what's up, and the focus is 100% here.
All right, so let's talk about the Syracuse season. And everybody that I've talked to this week has kind of said the same thing from the coaches. I haven't heard from a player yet, and I'm specifically interested to get your answer. But, we asked the coaches about the seed and the opponent in Harvard, and did they like the fact that they've already played them yet, and the draw in particular. I want to ask you about the draw, because you get a second crack at Harvard, a team that beat you in the Dome earlier in the year. And then should you win and form holds in your bracket, you're going up against your former team in Princeton. How do you feel? I feel like this was the dream scenario for you on Selection Sunday, no?
I don't know if it's the dream scenario, but we're keeping our heads on this game going forward, and if we can find a way to get the win, then I can worry about playing my old team. I think you're right. I think it's just about. I don't think we thought we played our best game the last time we played Harvard, and getting the opportunity to avenge that and get it here at the Dome again is pretty cool, and we're pretty looking forward to it.
And you get an extra game in the Dome because of what you did last week down in Charlotte, not only winning on Friday in what kind of felt like a must-win game against Notre Dame, but then beating Duke on Sunday as well to win the ACC tournament title, and you're rewarded with this home game. Take me back to last week, Sam. You guys, are coming off 3 straight losses. And, Gary told us that, he kind of challenged each player to do a little bit more and to, to really try and dedicate themselves to the little things, to try and be just a little bit better. And I think we saw, the end result. You go out in a game that felt like you had to win it against the 2-time defending national champs, and you got it, and then obviously played very well against Duke as well. What allowed you guys to kind of put that 3-game losing streak behind you and get the job done when you needed to?
Yeah, I mean, I think this weekend was huge for us, just learning how to win and beating 2 really, really good lacrosse teams. I think this team is best when our backs are against the wall and we know the pressure's kind of off and nothing else matters except for winning this game. There's no future. There's nothing else to think about. And I think that's what we got moving forward for the rest of the year. There's nothing past this next week. We got to win this game in order to play another one. So that's kind of where the focus is at.
How about the way in which you guys won those games? Because the Notre Dame game was high scoring. It's 14-12, a lot of goals. The Duke game, low scoring. It was every possession mattered. You win that one 9-8. Does that help with the confidence, knowing that whatever you see, you're probably going to see a high scoring game, I would assume, Sunday night, the way that Harvard plays. But, regardless of what the opponent tries to do to you, you guys, do you take some solace, I guess, in knowing that you have answers for whatever is going to come your way?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we can win games in a lot of different ways. And the way Jimmy was playing on the weekend and the way Johnny Mullen's been facing off for us lately, we can kind of control, I feel like, the speed of the game. And I think this weekend really allowed us to do that, just the way we played offense, especially in the Duke game, just being able to control possessions and make every possession count, and knowing that we got our defense on the back end that's going to be there to get a stop for us. Coach O's been talking about it all year, playing complementary lacrosse when when it matters most is the most important thing. And being able to win a 9-8 rock fight and being able to win a 14-12 barn burner, it gives us confidence for the rest of the year, for sure.
Sam English joining us here on Orange Nation for another few minutes. And, Sam, I don't need to tell you this, but it's certainly been an up and down year and, kind of a roller coaster. You start preseason number 2, you fall out of the top 10, you get back into the top 5, then you fall out of the top 10. You're on the bubble. Now you're hosting a game. It wasn't smooth start to finish, but do you feel as though going through some of those trials and tribulations of this season has made you guys tougher, stronger, closer together as you get ready for postseason play here?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're rounding into form as we speak. And this last weekend was massive for our team and our culture and learning how to win when it matters most, when our backs are against the wall. And I think I said it. Yeah, I think that's just when we are at our best and we are clicking on all cylinders. Is when guys know that we got to win this next game. And I think that's the most important part of this last weekend and kind of what we've learned throughout the year.
You touched on the fact that you saw Harvard earlier in the year, and you touched on that game briefly. Again, just to remind everybody, 5-0 lead for Syracuse. Harvard kind of kept chipping away, and then they came back and got you at the very end. When you look back on that game, Sam, what comes to mind for you from a Syracuse offense against that Harvard defense perspective, or what stands out about that first meeting to you?
Yeah, just the fact that we know we can score against this team. Again, 5-0 start, and it kind of went downhill from there. And I think we haven't even this year, like even the Notre Dame game we played on Friday. We haven't played a full 60 minutes yet, and I think this is a chance to showcase that, to play from the start to the end, just at our best. And I think we got a really good opportunity to beat a really good Harvard team who beat us here in the Dome. And I think it'll be important for us to get out firing from the start and to keep that rolling as the game goes on.
Your time here in Syracuse is obviously running short, and win or lose, this will be your last game inside the Dome. Can you kind of reflect for me for a moment, Sam, on what your time here has meant and what playing in the Dome has meant for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredibly special. It's the greatest place to play lacrosse, I think, in the country. There's nothing like Cuse lacrosse and the fan base and the idea and the aura around it. I don't know exactly what I expected coming into here, and I think you have all the national championships and you have all the if are we back talk and the wins and the losses, but I think it's the community and the team and the teammates and just that you get that when you're in the Dome, that matters the most, and what I'll remember from my time here as a Syracuse Orange.
And, one last go around on Sunday. And with that in mind, Sam, I mean, what does this game come down to, in your opinion, Sunday night against Harvard?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's playing for a full 60 minutes, being locked in the entire time. Our backs are against the wall. This is a win or you're done kind of game. It's game 7 for the rest of the year. And I think from top to bottom, we got to be dialed from the start. And I'm excited for it.
All right, Sam, I know this community is excited as well. 5:00 start inside the Dome Sunday evening, Syracuse and Harvard. Sam, thanks so much for the time. Congrats again on all your individual accolades, and the future certainly looks bright. And now, go out and get it done on Sunday against Harvard. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, Sam English joining us here on the program. And with that, we'll hit a timeout. We've got one more segment.